there are a couple halflings that are pretty well dressed in like sort of formal looking coats. They're playing a hand of cards at the table in front of you. Um, and with that, your Goliath companion just says, I've got someone that's here to see Restore. And you see that the halflings kind of, there's three of them. They just kind of look you up and down. Just go, all right, go on, come on back with me. Um, and they bring you towards the back. You follow?
Yeah.
Okay. So the you follow the first halfling that takes you, and you notice the two behind you begin to flank around your back and also bring you into the back room. Um,
Yeah.
as they do, you're led down a, a set of stairs, and uh, you go towards the back, and um, there's this very dimly lit room with just a series of beautiful loots that, with about maybe five other halflings, including a very old man in the back who's wearing like a almost like a jeweler's appraiser's like monocle, who's getting really into one of these guitars and just kind of working on it as he looks up and just goes, "Ah, what can I do for you?"
How's it going, sir? Name's Varric. Friends call me the Stack. I've got a crew, four of us fugitives. One of us, one of the last sisters of that, you know, crow people. Um, we're looking for some work.
Uh,
I hear you're the man with
Work is
jewels.
it's hard to come by these days. But if you pass the test, then you can work for the Under Tavern.
Alright, what's the test?
Um, and you look as he kind of like looks over to his right, um, and you see this really rugged looking dwarf, um, who kind of similarly is wearing like kind of formal wear, except instead of a top, he's just wearing a white beater and nothing else. Um, he's just like a bear of a dwarf, like super hairy, super muscly.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of steps up and just goes, you hear as old man Restore just goes, I leave you now with Uncle Jackie. Uh, and with that, this bearded dwarf just kind of gets in your face. It's kind of closer to like where your abdomen is, but he gets kind of close to you and he just goes, so I noticed the tattoo.
Which one?
And he like reaches for it. He's got almost like unnaturally long arms,
Mm-hmm.
and they're clearly wrapped in like almost like boxer's tape, and you
Mm.
can faintly see like old dried blood um, kind of seeping from where his knuckles are. Um, and he kind of reaches up and grabs you by the chin and turns your neck over, kind of pointing towards the reformatory tattoo.
Yeah.
He just goes, "So, what'd you do time for?"
Nothing too bad. We were trying to get dirt on Beaumont. Got caught red-handed.
Hmm. So you're a thief,
It's not the only thing I do, but yeah.
and you just happen to find yourself here in New Callum. Is that right?
Till the whole fires in Beaumont showed up, seemed like the safest place.
Hmm. And you just walked right out of the reformatory, eh?
I wouldn't say walked. A little more of a jog. But we got out.
With that, he just goes, a jog, huh? Yeah, this guy's funny. You watch as he kind of nods behind you, and two halflings try to, like, very quickly, you feel the back of your knee get kicked, and you're kind of brought down to your knees, and they're trying to grapple you right now.
Okay.
Are you going to fight this?
I assume this is the test, so yeah.
Okay.
I can test it.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Well, that's a natural one.
Okay.
For 9 points.
At this point, I'd say you're not quite sure what's happening. So with that, like, you don't fight your hardest just because you're not quite sure what again is happening. And again, this happens so quick. You feel the knee kicked out from behind you. Two halflings immediately grab either side of your arm, and in one swift motion, that dwarf in front of you lurches forward and jabs you right in the abdomen. You take 9 points of
Testing.
Yes, you're wearing armor. So, with that, with the sudden hit, you find yourself just coughing as he just goes, "Wrong answer." So, I'm going to ask you one more time. How exactly did you make it out of the reformatory?
Okay, one day, some blokes attacked. Looks like they were trying to take out Beaumont. Or trying to take out, what the fuck is that guy's name?
He was just in basic
I know!
Gunner.
That's right. Looks like they were trying to take out Gunner. And, we heard he had a way of getting out. So in the commotion, me and my friends, we, went through his, shit, found the escape hatch, found ourselves a boat, got the fuck out.
Huh. That's a hell of a story. You see, and he starts kind of just rubbing his head, like rubbing his temples with his thumbs. I like you, Varric. I want to believe you, but I couldn't put it past that merchant council to have you set up, thrown in jail, for just long enough that I wouldn't think that you're coming after us. And I think about this. And he lurches forward one more time and attempts to strike you in the abdomen. Are you just going to take it, or are you trying to break free and defend yourself?
I'll take it.
Okay. So that's going to be another 9, reduced to 6 points of damage.
The hell of a punch.
And he gets up in your face, like grabbing you by the throat, or it's by like the back of the head, and he just like puts his like forehead into your head, and he just goes, "Are you working for the Merchant Council?"
Are you gonna get serious, or are you gonna keep tickling me?
He's gonna go ahead and make an intimidation check at advantage.
Uh, 14.
14. He's gonna go into a rage, and he's gonna take a full round of multi-attacks on you.
Oh my god.
Well, you asked for it.
Are you trying to break free, or are you taking it?
At this point, if he goes into a rage, for sure.
So you're trying to break free?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 17. Wait, 25? 25.
25. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, you just kind of pick up your leg from like a kneeling position and stand up and just straight up pick up both the halflings that are still just like holding on to you. With that, you just like shake them off right as he runs at you. So again, are you trying to attack him? Are you just defending yourself? Are you? What are you doing here?
Um, I'll take the block action.
Okay, so you'll take the dodge action. Okay,
Dodge
so his
action.
attacks are gonna have. Well, they would have had disadvantage if he wasn't going reckless, but now it's just a straight roll.
Okay.
So the first one is going to be a 22,
That hits.
a 30,
Yeah,
God.
for sure.
30.
Does that hit?
a
Barely.
and actually that's all he can do. So it's going to be 11 reduced to 8, and then another 11 reduced to 8. And once again, as he kind of squares up with you, he just says, I need you to start taking this fucking seriously. Are you working with the Merchant Council?
I'm not working with the Merchant Council. I don't even know what the fuck the Merchant Council is.
He just kind of like looks around at the other halflings. And as you kind of look around too, you just see that like your Goliath friend is just kind of standing in the doorway, like leaned against the door, and he looks at Uncle Jackie and just kind of shrugs at him. And he
Uncle
looks back.
Jackie, is it, right?
That's right.
Okay. You know what I was doing before I got locked up? Working for Elrond's crew. You know what I was doing before that? I was a dock worker. Day laborer. In the mines, I mined. But I haven't been clean for a long time.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage here.
That's a natty.
Okay.
So 21.
So with that, there's something you said that kind of piques his interest, and he just says, "Huh. Curious. What did you think of Elhorn when you were on his crew?"
That's one cold bastard. Just, you definitely don't want to get on his bad side. End up a
If
pile of ash.
Elhorn was in the room right now, what would you do? What would you say?
Right now?
Right now,
With all of us, or just me and him?
just you and him.
I ask him what the next job is, boss.
Make a deception check.
$17.
17. Uncle Jackie rolled a natural 18.
Ooh.
Minus.
He just kind of gets close to you and just goes, curious to hear more about your time with Elhorn. In the meantime, we could do something with you. What's your intention with getting in with the guild?
Trying to make coin. What other intentions are there?
He again looks up at the Goliath, looks back at you, and just goes, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that.
What
You could have come to us at any time, and you chose now. Why?
Yeah, well, up there, don't know if you noticed, legitimate business taking a bit of a hit. So I'm trying to find somewhere around it. Ain't this the place to look?
Fair enough. Greed. Greed we can work with. So, bring your crew down tomorrow, and we'll see what we could do for you.
Alright. Good day.
And with that, you watch as he just kind of walks over to you and just takes a couple. He pulls out like a sack of gold, and he just goes, for your trouble, and just, or it's a sack of coins, and you watch as he just drops like a platinum on the table, and then he drops another one, and another one, and as he walks away, he just goes, sorry about roughing you up. You can never be too careful these days, and then drops another platinum on the table, and then just drops the whole sack on the table, and walks away.
Okay, I'll pick everything up.
Yeah, this is about. It's a pretty small sack. It's gonna be 200 gold worth of platinum coins.
Alright. Not mad.
So, with that,
I'm gonna give 50 to the Goliath friend of mine.
okay, he will
Thanks.
happily take it.
Thanks for the introduction.
Sure thing. I look like Uncle Jackie took a little easy on you. Fucking knocked my teeth out. And you watch as he smiles. There's like a couple big like gold teeth.
Guess he didn't wanna ruin my money maker, eh?
I guess so. Well, he gives you like a hero's handshake, pats you on the back, and he begins to move off into the darkness in a different direction, leaving you kind of on the street.
Yeah. I'll go back to the boat and I guess go to bed.
Okay. So with that, morning comes, and the day is yours. And what would you guys like to do?
Did I successfully long rest?
Yes, you took a long rest.
That would be up on the deck, looking over the town. Does it seem different? Like obviously, like with the robot things walking around, is like, does it seem like it's like had a hard change, kind of? Like I don't know how else to
Yes.
describe that.
Just the city?
Yeah, just like the overall mood of it. Like,
Make a perception check.
I know it's usually a booming town. I thought so. I want to see if it's like really changed. Perception. I keep forgetting I have a character that can actually use its eyes now. 18.
Okay. For the most part, the city pretty much seems the same.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't really notice any differences. You do notice you don't see many Clockwork Sentinels, but you see
Okay.
two that are
All right.
stationed like in the back of the like port area that are just
Okay.
like looking at the ship.
Our ship?
At your ship, yeah.
Shit. Okay. I would go and go down into the deck or down to the underdeck, whatever the fuck you call it, and let them know we may be we may have scouts watching us.
As he comes
Are
down,
you guys awake
I'm
yet?
like in the middle of putting my armor on.
Yeah.
Scouts, eh?
Yeah, there's a couple of them staring directly at our ship. They're facing our ship, I should say. I don't know for sure if they're watching it, but
Couple of who?
a couple of those sentinels, the
The
robots.
metal guys.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, I guess Almanor knows his ship, so that's little expected.
maybe put another one of them you know, sigils down.
I think there's...
We still have the one on the door, right?
Mhm.
How dangerous would it be talking to Solinor, Clock? Is that out of the question?
Can be theoretically not dangerous? Is it out of the question? I don't like the idea. It's not. What do we need? To why?
He just seems persistent. And
Yeah.
I don't know of any other way to deal with him. Kind of has eyes everywhere.
Yeah, definitely, especially now.
That would make sense why there's two of those robots washing about, waiting for you. Clock.
Yep. Mhm.
Since we're
I'm
all
gonna-
here,
Yeah.
I met with one of the leaders of the Under Tavern, and they got us invitation tonight to talk about doing some work. You know, we might be able to, you know, if we could get on the good side, might have some allies willing to help us out with our Beaumont situation.
I'm all for helping. But personally, I'm not going to leave Thomas on his own. I'm going to stick with the Gilded Glaive if it's all the same to you guys.
Didn't talk about
Vale
changing
told me
teams.
that the Under Tavern are like kind of shady, or
Yeah, I'm not too keen on joining them again
I
either.
didn't say join. I said do some work.
Well, alright. I mean, if that's what we've got, we're making money right now.
It's worth going and at least and talking to them, right? See what they got to offer.
are they the type of people who, if we say, "Oh no, thank you, we do not want to work for you," they are going to try and kill us?
How about you just let me do the talking? How's that sound?
Okay, very sure.
I don't think these are people we can trust to be allies unless something works out in their favor. Unless it's whatever we're doing is for them. I
mean,
think
ain't
I'll
that how
be...
business works?
Yeah, but not... Varric, you know what kind of people they are.
Yeah, and I know that you hire those type of people. So
Yes, I know specifically how flimsy their loyalties are.
really,
So,
who went to prison with you and helped you break out and has been by your side ever since then? Who's that? I know, I'm pretty flimsy, ain't it?
alright,
Flip-flopping all the time.
not every one of them, but you're special, Varric. You're a special little boy.
You're lucky I like you, Vale.
I know. I think we can do something with them for a little bit. We need to put feelers out there if we're gonna stay in this town.
Yeah, I'm not saying let's go get fucking under tavern tattoos on our foreheads. Let's just see what they're offering.
Gunnar did talk to me last night.
Ooh,
He was
Um,
here.
that's terrible.
No, he sort of talked to me in my sleep.
Do you think it was from the tattoo?
I mean, right, the tattoo makes stuff like that just happen.
Dang.
Are you
But-
going mental?
Am I going mental?
You say you talk to a man in your dreams.
I mean, that's just probably magic, Varric, you know? There's a lot
Yeah.
of weird magic things.
I've heard of it before, but regardless, he wasn't quite as mad as I thought he was. But Alara, I still think we should remove these tattoos. At least I would like mine gone.
I can do that if you wish. Okay. Yeah, if you're ready, I can do that anytime.
I would like to get it off whenever we before we do anything else important.
So I walk over to you. Where is it exactly? It's on
On
your
my
neck. Okay.
Sundara, really quick, I'm gonna give you an Arcana check to notice something.
12.
12. Okay. The thought occurs to you that if you stay within the same group, having the tattoo has kind of some benefits and some downsides. It shields you from being scryed on or being like from divination magic from anyone who doesn't have the tattoo. You do realize that if, say, half your party has the tattoo and the other half doesn't,
You can scry on the person.
in theory, you're vulnerable to both sides.
Mhm.
So that's just a thought that you have.
So I go and put my hand.
Kind of pacing around in the background while you're doing this.
I'll go and put my hand on your neck. All right, now hold still, and I will cast Remove Curse if no one's doing anything.
Okay.
Nope.
Are there material components for this?
There are not. It is touch, verbal, and semantic. So I'd sit there and utter something in
I need
abyssal.
you to make a spell casting ability check.
Okay. Eek.
It's not a good sound.
That's 10.
Okay.
Not a good sound.
Vale, the tattoo on your neck burns and burns and burns, and you hear Alara's incantation, and you hear a second voice in the back of your head. It sounds like a male, deep voice that's just like frantically incanting himself, and the spell fails.
Okay.
That's
I would say
It
try
worked.
harder, but how much are we gonna waste on?
I can try again.
You
I'll
know,
try to give it a little more kick, I guess, if you want me to.
Yeah, I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay. So that's a
I'll,
D8.
Yeah. I'll put my hand over like on your wrist,
Okay.
the hand with like my grapevine flowery tattoos. You just feel a steady vibration.
Okay, let me try this again. Much better. Natural 19, 25 plus that. 32.
Okay.
Jesus.
Was that with the
So-
Bardic Inspiration?
The Bardic Inspiration, I rolled a 6, which made it 25. And then my spell modifier, attack mod plus 7.
So yeah, so you heard Alara just say that she'd give it a little bit more kick, and Vale, as you kind of prepare for this and kind of look over at the rest of your friends to just see if like anyone might have anything to say, Alara lurches at you like a viper. She grabs the back of your head by your hair and cranks your neck back like she's a vampire that's going to just like bite into the side of your neck at the side of the tattoo. And you watch as she holds her hand over the site. You now hear a sisterhood, a chorus of witches incanting right now, coming out of one voice. And you see as her like curled fingertips are kind of dancing over the tattoo, you watch as there's these like faint threads of arcane light that are almost like long fingernails that are now etching into your neck. This is one of the more painful things that you've ever experienced. It sounds like, or it feels like someone is in a second removing a large tattoo from your neck over the course of like a few seconds. As your eyes, or as your vision like flashes white with this pain, slowly it subsides and Alara releases you. The tattoo is very much still present. It's as obvious as it ever was. However, you feel this vague like weight lifted off your shoulders.
Okay.
I slowly release you and just like kind of sweating.
I flop to the ground, lying on my back.
Shit. Are you okay?
Just a warning for everyone. That was terrible.
I'm sorry.
Prepare yourself.
Well, you're assuming we don't want it gone.
I
think it's
Well-
really an all or nothing type of thing.
You guys, you know, you can keep on the tattoos. I just want to be able to speak to other people, which is why I want it off. I mean, I could still be found. If we don't all do it, then we can all still be found, but...
Well, if you guys do it, Clock and Smoggy, then I guess I'll do it too.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
Just so you know, that really took it out of me. I can probably do this once more, and then for something this powerful, I will need a bit of a rest. But if that's what you're looking for me to do, I can give it one more go.
Who wants to go next?
Hey, shut up, bitch.
Wow.
That was bad timing.
Listen,
Just
I was talking to my dog. I'm sorry.
typical Pierce
Oh
reaction.
my
I'm unsurprised.
fuck it.
Oh. You going for it?
Yeah, I walk over to you and I get
Okay.
onto my knees so I'm not too towering.
Towering.
For
Thank
to
you.
get-
I appreciate that. Okay.
Wait, we're downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a table?
Yeah.
It's got a whole bunch of blueprints on it.
No, okay, never mind.
Don't knock
Okay.
my stuff over.
I won't ruin your
Right.
blueprints.
So I no
Um,
longer have the Bardic
is-
Inspiration,
would it-
correct?
as this happens, Leyland walks over and drags a chair over to you, Varric, and flips it around so you can like rest your hands on it,
Oh, so I can be
and
cool.
gives you a rope to put in between your teeth.
Oh shit! All right,
Leland.
I
That
go for
Like,
it.
I've seen many a man have to have an appendage removed to ward off infections. So,
Oh,
this is the
jeez.
chair we use.
Oh, what?
what-
Is there like dried blood on the chair?
You inspect one of the legs of the chair, and yeah, 3 of them have dried blood.
All right.
Question, Alex, which would help me on this one just in case I need it? Would it be bless or guidance?
You can use guidance on yourself.
Okay.
I'm using the 1 D&D rule, so it's once per short rest that guidance
Okay.
can affect a single person.
Okay, I'm gonna use guidance on myself, and ask for the help of the Raven Queen. So okay. All right. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay.
Roll for it.
Yep. And 18.
Okay. The DC is 16, so
Hey.
you succeed. So, as this happens, you close your eyes, you cast guidance on yourself, asking for the blessing of the Raven Queen. And as you open your eyes, almost like a jump scare, there is just this like white theater mask that just encompasses your entire vision, with the periphery just laced with black feathers that just dissipates. And as your vision comes back to you, your hand is already on Varric's neck, and the curse has already been removed, with you having no recollection of having done so. Varric, it actually doesn't really hurt that much.
Once she starts, I'll just spit out the rope.
Yeah, it actually was much quicker and much less aggressive and violent than Vale's ritual. And as part of this, Alara, I am going to award you the Curse Breaker feat. So from now on, if you ever use an ability check to break a curse, you are proficient in doing so. So you're going to add your proficiency bonus from now on.
Okay. Cool.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, I don't know what this big fuss was, Vio. Wasn't that bad?
I step back and quietly close my eyes and hold the symbol of the Raven Queen. Like, thank you, my queen.
I pushed the chair behind her. She looks a little weak in the knees.
Thank you. That wasn't all me on that one.
Well, whoever else it was, tell him I said thanks.
I already did.
Alara, do you want to, do you need to rest for a bit? I don't think, Varric, do we have a time that we need to head to the Under Tavern? Or
The evening.
you can just...
We got daylight to run, so it's up to you.
I think Alara only needs 4 hours.
Yeah, if I'm planning to use any more powerful magic, it might be a little lighter. We'll say that. That was pretty much the most power I put out in that small amount of time. But it was
Take a nap
necessary.
or whatever.
You, for God's sake, you are a narcoleptic, Alara. Taking 4-hour power naps all the time. I'm gonna go up and see if those robots are still watching us.
I'm gonna go up with Vale.
As you go up, You notice that the automatons are still very much watching.
I don't-
Before clock goes up, can I just put a hand on your shoulder? I mean,
What is it?
if they're waiting for you, maybe it's not best if you go up there.
I can't stay below deck forever. Here, you go up and tell me what you see, and then I'll creep up.
Okay, I go up there. I assume they're both still up there.
They're way off in the distance. They're like 400 feet away.
Oh, that's so far.
Well, they're
Can
pretty
fire-
far away.
Okay. Cool. I come up to take a peek and see that they're 400 feet away. Oh, they're pretty far. They do look like they were staring right at our ship, though. At their ship, at his.
Maybe you got like a
Okay.
cloak or something.
Yeah, I have a cloak.
What if we
Cover your
did
head.
this? What if we switch cloaks for a while? Just kind of keep you covered,
Oh, yeah,
just in
yeah,
case.
Yeah, we can switch cloaks. Let's do it.
Okay. So I'll switch with you. And I'm not gonna rest. I was just saying that. I was just warning you guys. My power is limited now.
Yeah, no, you should rest in case we're. I don't trust the Under Tavern.
Well,
I like. What was that? Like a third level spell? That was like 3 third level spells?
That was 3 third-level spells. That's
Yeah.
everything I had. That
Yeah,
literally
let's
took it
get
out of
those
me.
back. Let's get those back.
I
The
can
benefit
heal
of-
you.
Was the benefit of keeping the tattoo that we could also keep tabs on them? Because if that's the case, I don't know that anyone's watching Samugi, you know, kind of nameless, anonymous somewhat too.
But just-
Because yeah, like we can divine on him on Gunner too, can't we? Or any other
Like,
prisoners.
But
Yeah,
that being
I thought
said,
something like that.
if he, tapped into Vale's head, we don't know what information he has on us as a group. So he
Yeah,
could know
I
that
think-
you're with us. I don't know. I
I-
don't know how magic works.
I would think that if there are any prisoners there that you knew that maybe had information we could use, that may come in handy in the future. I don't know what you've been through or who you knew there. Just a fleeting thought.
Doesn't mean anything personally to me, so you know, if you see it as a vulnerability, then I'm happy to have it removed. It was just a thought.
I mean,
So the last 2 people with it are Clock and Samugi.
Mhm.
You guys both have it?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Yep.
every single prisoner. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
so are we not going into the city today? Are we?
I think we are in
hiding?
just 4 hours.
We don't have to rest.
We're
It's
doing
okay.
a late start. Instead of a 6 a.m. departure, we're gonna leave at 10. We just slept in. It's fine. Everybody go study something.
You guys already
here.
slept in.
Oh, we did?
Right?
Okay. Well, at 2 p.m. It's not that big. I feel like
No,
Clark doesn't
let's keep
sleep
going.
in.
I've got enough kick left to keep us up. We'll be okay. We'll
Where we
manage.
if we
Okay.
all die.
So you're foregoing your third long rest in a period of like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you're just good with the 2. All right.
Yep.
Where are we going?
Where are you headed?
You said you wanted to
Yeah,
take us to the
Miles.
Undertavern, Derek.
Excellent.
Not until this evening.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe we should look more into hunting down these druids. If you want to.
The
I
druids,
have a bit of bone to pick with them.
I think they all got
Yes.
captured Maybe I'm wrong, but
That's right. Actually, we could use that to our advantage if they did get captured. Would do you think we could gain anything from interrogating one of them?
probably, yeah.
Yeah, we could interrogate one of them for sure.
We'd have
We
to.
need info to turn the town on this individual that has a problem with clock. Just my thoughts on it.
Oh, you got a dagger?
Me,
Me?
do I have a dagger?
Anyone?
I've got 3.
Yeah. Alara's got a gorgeous dagger, like
I don't need
she's
anything
just
that.
got a head tucked away.
I don't need anything that fancy.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
you can have this dagger then. It's a very plain dagger.
Alright, cool. I take it. Just in case, you know.
I got 2 more.
Yeah. In case I get to have a little fun today.
Dagger for interrogation. Is that big enough?
No.
Oh, you're
Oh, yeah.
Send him a device of torture. Oops.
Definitely.
If we find a druid, I imagine they're kept up near Solon or Beaumont's people.
That's a good point. Probably a lot of robos got them.
I also did send a message to Beaumont, and he knows I'm here now.
You sent a message to Beaumont, huh?
Why?
Pride. It was a stupid move, I think, now. But it'll make things more fun.
I sent the
Yes,
message
right.
directly. I tried to talk to the machines. We're all fools in our own way.
We all make mistakes.
That's
Do we want to go
okay.
to Thomas, or do... Oh! Okay.
I
Hold on.
would say Thomas might be a good bet. Who would be holding these druids captive now that this individual has kind of taken the city?
I
Beaumont.
wouldn't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's executing them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of leave no
Mm-hmm.
trace. Okay, well we should probably move quickly. I
Wait.
will. Yes.
Before we go rolling up to some prison, knocking on the door saying, hey, can we see one of these fucking druids for 15 minutes? Maybe we should have an actual plan.
I
Seeing
think I'm just
as-
going to go talk to Thomas to see what he knows.
Okay.
I think it's going to be really hard to capture an interrogated druid out from Beaumont or the other one's nose.
That's
The
true.
best way
Going
would
into a
be
prison
if-
would, after looking for clocks, we'd be going into literal fortification of the enemy.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Clock doesn't, whatever the shipmaker was his name, he wants to talk to you, right?
Yes. Yes.
And he's in control of the robots, right?
Yes.
So maybe you can make a deal to get us a little bit of time with one of those druids.
Maybe.
Very risky. Exposing her to get an interview could backfire immensely.
And who's not
All
to
you'd
say
have to
that
do
he
is-
doesn't want us to know about the druids.
And we'd let him on to our
Beaumont.
plan.
Well, I don't think he cares that much about Belmont.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think they
It's not a
actually
lovely
are
man.
working together.
Well, yeah, they're working. Obviously, they're working together, but it's not like they're, you know, married or something.
Let's go. I'd say let's go talk to Thomas. He knows this town a bit better. Maybe he knows where they're being held, or how they're being held.
Or that they've all been executed. We don't even
Exactly.
know.
And if that's the case, I would say our next move, if I'm not too bold to say this, is to track that original druid we ran into, where we faced the chimeras.
Do you have any way of tracking her?
She had to be close if they're defending that exact territory every time.
Or maybe
If it was that area where she was, the area where we ended up was where fallen under attack, wasn't it?
maybe she's captured.
Maybe.
Maybe she's dead.
Where is Beaumont even? Where is he kind of set up camp or shop?
It's a great question for Thomas.
Where's his central? Because
No idea.
maybe we should just creep on that or do a little bit of reconnaissance, see who comes and goes.
I could comfortably get in and out, I think, of whatever fortification or sort of station he's set up. But I'm not sure if he knows any of your faces, and it's like kill on sight.
Well, he does know my face.
Yeah.
Doesn't know mine, but I'm sure there are clockwork sentinels there. But we could also use invisibility. Let's go talk to Thomas and figure out some information, and then make a plan.
We can maybe figure out where Beaumont's set up, where the druids are. To Thomas.
Okay.
To the rusty.
So you guys make
spoon,
your way
it's
to
called.
the Jaded Jackal.
Jaded Jackal.
Rusty's.
Close enough. Okay. So, as you make your way there, you definitely see that as you approach the city, those two clockwork sentinels that have been kind of standing guard on the outskirts of the port recede back into the shadows as you approach. So you no longer see them.
Looks
So
like he
with
just wants
that-
to watch.
You see the familiar sight of the Jaded Jackal. It's quiet as you enter. You see Thomas behind the bar pouring drinks for. He's got 2 customers right now. Sorry, 3. 2 behind the bar, and then another pair that's at a table that's seemingly having lunch and drinks. He sees you and just kind of gives you a weak nod, and then continues about his business.
Thomas. I was wondering if you could answer a few questions for us. If it would be okay.
Yeah, why not?
Well, we're looking to see where they would hold the druids. Where do they keep prisoners around here?
Beaumont executed them all the day after the fire.
Well, that answers that.
Yeah.
Do you know where? Sorry, also don't mean to just come barging in, talking all bunch of questions. Could I also get like 3 beers, please?
Yeah, let's get some drinks going.
Do you know where Beaumont's held up? Where he is sitting pretty at?
I wouldn't say he's held up, but he's got a home in the Empyrean district. Biggest one on the block.
Okay.
I get like a ginger ale
Oh,
or like a juice or something.
He just kind of looks at you curiously.
Or a water.
He just goes, 1 sec. Kind of goes in the back and comes out with a small cup of red liquid and just goes, here's it's cranberry juice.
Oh, it's my favorite. I take a sip, a testing sip, to make sure it's not alcoholic.
No, it's just cranberry juice.
Okay.
Nice and bitter.
Dude, cranberry juice is the best.
cranberry juice is lit.
It's terrible. I hate cranberry juice.
Every time I'm on a flight.
It's the best juice.
Yeah, right? Cranberry juice.
Well, Thomas, we've been contemplating our next move. Is there any work you may have for us, or no?
Well, the Gilded Glaive's dead.
I personally am willing to work for a lesser rate if it will help.
What, you want to pull drinks?
No, no. Just here to help is all.
Well, you're too good for pouring drinks.
Alara, give me a persuasion check.
All right. Natural 16. I do not believe I'm very persuasive. 15.
Okay. He just goes, look, you're trying to oust Beaumont, right?
Yes.
I can I'll give you some names of people to talk to.
That would be greatly appreciated.
And you watch as he just like reaches down, takes a pen, and starts writing. And then he just kind of looks back up at you, and he just goes, well, give me a fucking second, I'll bring it back to the table.
I'll take all 3 drinks and go find a table
Okay.
Yeah.
and begin drinking.
I take my cup of cranberry juice.
We're in the rough spot, aren't we?
It's gonna be 5 gold.
I paid the man, I don't know. Like 4 right now.
After a brief while, he comes over with a scrap of, like, sun-dried leathery paper, slaps it down, and it has a few names. The first one is the Golden Quill. There's a little note next to it that just says Merchant Consortium. Stands to lose the most from Beaumont taking over.
Makes sense.
There's another that just says Tempest Fury. It's a shit. Hang on, my dog just stole my pen.
Good boy.
Give your eyes. Okay, sorry about that. Tempest Fury. This is it's a religious organization. They are actually devoted to the god Tempest, which is a war god. He has a little note that says, after Beaumont has declined to give the reclaimed land back to the Sisterhood, he lost points with a lot of the religious organizations, and this would be the next biggest one in New Callum. The third is called the Clockwork Consortium. This is the one and only engineering guild within New Callum. Word on the street is that Beaumont has a contract with them to pump out more of these Clockwork Sentinels. And there's rumors that there are some newer models that are bigger and badasser.
What was this place called?
The Clockwork Consortium.
Oh, I see. We terrorists attack that. That's for sure.
There's a noble family called the Rose family, and he specifically mentions a Mr. Alabaster Rose, who actually recently lost his council seat, was trying to get it back, and then Beaumont swept it out from under him.
Fucking nobles, dude.
I think I would have an excellent time
You're
persuading
gonna see the
him.
most troubling of that is that he has claimed the land where the temple of my sisters was. And if he knows the power of it, this could be really bad also, along with the clock that he has. We need to get ahead of this very quickly.
We can. I mean, these are all great. Thank you, Thomas. These are.
There's two more names.
Oh. Well, as it stands now, I think we can like talk to each one of these and put our fingers in all these pies pretty quickly.
Super quick. The last two are Ulrich Swift. This is kind of a freelance like rogue-like individual. That's basically known for investigating, exposing things, and also apparently, for whatever reason, is not aligned with the Duke, and attempting to do some investigative journalism, detective work, that sort of thing, to dig up more information and turn public opinion. And then he mentions the Whispering Grove. This is a commune of druids that is to the north of the city. Rumor has it that they actually were kind of like a cousin to the Circle of Rotten Thistle. So a little bit more peaceful and more traditionally like nature-minded, a little less nihilistic. But Thomas notes that they might have some more information on their druidic cousins.
Oh, God.
Do we want to talk to one of these this morning? Or afternoon?
It might be best not to talk to the Commerce Guild right away. Seeing as they, have their little squabble with the Under Tavern.
Yeah.
Maybe we talk to the second one on the list. Those the other temple, whatever. Good lord, my god, crazy headache. Holy shit.
Yeah, we could warn the other religious group. Alara, you can sway them with pity or rush them with, the reality of what happens.
Okay. All for that. That's the plan.
Okay, so where are y'all headed?
To Tempest Fury, to the Temple of Tempest. Does anybody here know where it is?
Tempest Town.
Alara, you would.
Yes, I can get us there.
Okay.
So I'll lead the way.
After
Where
walking
is
a
that?
very short while, you might notice that Varric is just sweating profusely right now.
Are you okay?
What? I don't know. I think so. Why is it fine?
She may clean you up a
Give
little.
me, give me a sec. Almost lost me lunch there. Oh, I don't feel great, guys.
Is that cranberry juice rotten?
Maybe,
Here, hold
maybe
on.
bad cranberry juice.
Come here. Can I do this? Well, never mind. I have to do this over 10 minutes, so I don't think I can do that on the move.
I'll tough it. I'll tough it out. I'll be fine. Should be fine in the morning. Alright. Let's just get this over with.
All right. Varric, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
I'm glad you picked it up.
Dog ears.
And I'm just sticking.
Just
11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
You puked on somebody.
3.
Okay. You are considered poisoned.
Okay.
Here. So he looks like he's sick right now, right?
Yeah.
Eric, come here. Every day, I love you guys, but every day it is something new. Come here, and I go kneel down. I go to put my hand on your forehead, and I will cast Lesser Restoration on you, which removes the poison condition. I'd say my hand would feel like ice cold, and the headache would soothe, I would hope, and you are no longer poisoned.
Is that how it works, Alex?
You feel much better.
Am I unpoisoned
Yep.
for now? Alright. Well, Doc,
Better?
much better. Thank you.
Anytime. All right. Let's keep going. Let's just...
Okay. Um,
I'm glad I kept that one in my pocket. It's like when I was going through my spells, I'm like, you know what? Something's gonna fucking happen where I'm gonna need this.
all right. So with that, you go to make your way towards Tempest Fury. Alara, you would know the way.
Yes.
After a jaunt through the commercial hub, you reach a district that looks like it's got a few scattered churches, and one of the largest ones is kind of down this roadway, where you see this almost like white marble building with images of almost just like this very muscled Greek god with like holding lightning bolts and like wrestling monsters. It's very very testosterone fueled imagery here. So as you approach, you see a small group of people that are kind of coming in and out. It looks like people are showing up with offerings. It's a little bit bustling. And as you enter, there are some individuals wearing like what look like kind of like Greek togas.
Oh.
One of the first ones you see is a blue dragonborn who just stands there and just greets you as you look very different than a lot of the commoners that are otherwise approaching.
Good evening.
They look at you curiously and just go, hello. How is it that I can help you?
We wish to speak to your high priest or high mage, if there's one around.
May I ask why?
My name is Alara. I am one of the last sisters of the Raven's Lament, right? I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would like to have a word with him if that's okay.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Oh yeah, charisma things. I'm good at those. It's not -1 at all. That's a 1 total.
You hear him just go, I'm very sorry to hear what happened at the Raven's Lament. However, I'm not able to just give audience to the Stormcaller without proper cause.
Of course not. How foolish of me to have assumed that. Are you having some form of service today?
No, we are opening our doors for the purposes of offering. So if you wish to make an offering to the Stormlord, you are welcome in the temple.
What's the reason to get an audience?
I suppose if you had business that was related to the Stormlord's chapel or his people.
Well, the temple's in danger, so let's talk to the head honcho maybe.
And what kind of danger?
Bloody hell, bro. You see the other one burned the fuck down? What the fuck is your problem? You don't think they're coming for you too? Bloody idiot.
Thank you for your concern. We are well aware of the changing winds and the new politics of New Callum.
Well, don't call us when your shit's burning down, because we won't come and help you.
Please, excuse my
I can
heavy
guarantee
distance.
that we will not be calling you for any.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
take out that
We
list
mean
and
no.
cross off the
I know.
church
So
from it.
just cross that off.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got
you
like
notice that
5
some
of
of the
more.
Dragon Ballers have like the same kind of stoic smile the whole time, like unblinking, now just kind of like blue, steely eyes just focused in on Barrick.
Please excuse my heavy-fisted friend here. He means well. We would like to make an offering. Where would I go do this, if that's okay with you?
You may be allowed inside our temple. Your friend, however, is not.
Good, didn't want to go in your fucking temple anyway.
Okay.
I'll stand outside.
I appreciate you allowing me to make this offering. And I'd go to shake his hand and hide a coin in my hand and kind of like hand it off to him subtly, if I can.
You reach out, he does not take your hand.
Oh, okay.
Bridges just
Swing and a miss. Alana's all new to this, apparently.
If you wanted to make an offering, the offering table is back inside. Otherwise, there are other parishioners I must attend to. Thank you. And he just slowly steps away.
Eric, would you mind keeping an eye from out here? This will just take a moment.
Yeah,
Do any of you guys want to stay
I'll
with
go
him?
in there.
Yeah, I'll stay out here. Do your religious stuff.
Okay. I'll go in, and find this table to make an offering. What does the inside of this place look like?
So as you go in, it almost looks a little like in some ways like a traditional Catholic church, where like you see pews of parishioners that are, some of them are on their knees holding like prayer beads and praying as they look up at a gargantuan statue of Tempest that is wrestling what looks like an adult dragon. This thing stands like 30-40 feet high. Beneath that, you see like a couple, like a podium, and then at the foot is essentially this offering table where a bunch of people are leaving like gems, gold, incense, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Make a perception check for anything else.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20, so 27.
Jesus.
27. You see a couple more of those priests.
Oh.
I would say kind of off to the side of the offering table, you see another individual in like full this is scaled armor. Another dragonborn, also blue in color, much larger and like a little bit rotund, wearing armor that's basically got like platinum inlaid scales. That also has regalia of like blues and some like gilded silver. That is, you see, speaking with some of the priests. He kind of holds the hands of one of the parishioners who comes by. You get the sense that this person is the most senior.
Okay. I would like to politely make my way to him.
Okay.
I don't want to like cut line or anything like that.
Okay. As you do so, there's a very small little line of people that are waiting to see this individual. But as you wait in this little line, He greets you and just kind of holds out your hand to give you a greeting, and says, "Hello. You are not one of ours. What is your name?"
I am Alara. One of the last members of the Raven Sisterhood. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a little scared now that our temple has been destroyed and most of my sisters have been killed. I don't know what I'm doing. I came here seeking an audience with whoever's in charge. I may have information on possible attack on this temple. I don't want to see what happened to your temple. So what happened to mine?
If you have information of an impending attack on the temple, then we must speak urgently. Please. And he just like gestures you to follow him.
Okay.
He leads you up almost like on the stage and off to a side room. There
Okay.
you see like a beautiful marble table that he gestures that you take a seat.
Okay. Right.
He kind of sits down next to you and just says, would you like some water or wine?
Water's fine, thank you.
So, tell me more about this attack on our temple.
Well, me and the ones I was sent to protect, I've been doing some digging, and in the most unfortunate case, I was too late to get ahead of the attack on my own home. We are led to believe that Beaumont and this other individual that controls these new automatons that have showed up are in cahoots to unleash something. They have obtained a artifact of a clockwork nature, and are planning to possibly open a portal of some sort where my home was.
Now, that's quite a serious accusation. And it's curious because, as I recall, it was the good Duke Beaumont who, between him and his clockwork sentinels, closed this portal to the fire dimension within your previous home.
Well, we have been chasing this artifact unknowingly, and we came across that it had been stolen by the ones that attacked the city. But in fact, the druids were hired by Beaumont himself to set up a coup to overthrow the city and appear to be the hero of it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking for help. I don't want whatever it is he's planning to come to fruition and destroy cities. There have been temples we've heard have been destroyed. This very item that he is now in control of, or maybe in control of.
The Dragonborn kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and then gives like the side of your arm a little squeeze and just says, "I'm truly sorry, sister, for everything that you've gone through. And for what it's worth, you're not wrong about Beaumont. Myself and fellow clergymen are suspicious that his intentions are not of the best interest to New Callum. That being said, unless you have any actionable information about an impending attack other than a vague threat to all temples, I don't know that there's much else we could do to help each other. But I will say this. If there does come a time that Beaumont or anyone else comes for the people of the city, you would have the Stormcallers at your back. And with that, he takes your arm in his large dragonborn hands and holds it up, and then he drops a little piece of what looks like platinum, except it's on a chain in your hand, and he just says, "This is a charm of Irilus, one of our most revered saints. May it guide you on your journey forward, as it has me."
You see a tear come down from Alara's eye. I don't know what to say.
Say nothing. Come. And he kind of helps you up from the table and walks you out. And just as he does, you're kind of going out a side entrance, and as he does, he kind of stops and just says, "You are a healer, are you not?"
Correct.
"We don't have much, but please." And he goes into a side area that looks like a little supply area. And he comes back with like a little case and just says, "We allocate funds to funnel back into the city of New Callan to help those that are less fortunate, or those who do not have the strength to fight for themselves. As a healer, I would only ask that you give people the strength to fight." And he gives you a case of healing potions.
Thank you. Cool.
So
I will
you
do
have
this.
6 potions. These are just straight up potions of healing.
Okay.
So these are the 4d4 plus 4s.
Okay. I can't thank you enough. I will do everything I can to find any more information on this, and I will keep you informed if I can. Thank you for all of your help.
And don't forget, if Beaumont or anyone else attempts to bring fire to the city, we'll be bringing the thunder.
Assured by your confidence. Thank you. I feel truly safe that there is still power to fight evil here. And I'd start.
With that, they kind of duck back into the temple after giving you a nod, and you are now kind of around like a side entrance that you didn't previously see before.
Okay.
You would all notice Alara, I imagine, just looking a little confused, step out of the side of the temple.
Laura, what did they say? What happened?
I informed them of what we've found out so far, and we are welcome to seek shelter here if we need to. They will be keeping an eye out on any impending attack, but they were very suspicious of Beaumont as well. They are on alert. At least we know that maybe something comes of informing them.
Okay. Well,
But other than that, there wasn't much to tell.
Samael, whip out the list. Let us see what else we could do. Anybody want to just blow up the Clockwork Consortium, or is that just me?
What time is it?
It's about a little after noon right now.
Alright. I mean, we should at least check it out.
I'd be into investigating.
I mean, I
So
think
maybe could
stopping
pretend that
it.
they are. Maybe Samugi, we send you in and say that you are you're a tinkerer, so you could say that you're looking for a job or something of that sort.
Wait,
Oh, you're muted.
me? Send me in or send Samugi in?
Samugi.
Sorry, that was me. I was on mute.
Okay,
But yeah, I can do that.
that could work.
Alright. Sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Oh wait, do we know where the Clockwork Consortium is?
Seems
an
like an
engineer
important place.
Guild, so yeah, I feel like it's the only one.
There's kind of an industrial district, and you get the sense that'd be a good place to start.
Yeah.
So is that where you guys are headed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, being that we're sending some moogs in, Eric, do you have that silver ring still? Oh wait, actually, do I even have the power left to do that? Never mind. Never mind. I don't
a
have the
scroll.
power.
We have a scroll of warding bond too that you could use.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I thought I was the only one who got the ring.
If I will get you another ring, Varric. I will probably end up trying to afford all of your rings. It is just part of the protection. I would feel better if Samugi was under that, if she's going in alone. I don't think any of us, unless we have some other plan as to infiltrate it.
Well, we're just checking it out right now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
don't
think
think
we just want to get a sense of what's going on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little
I have
bit
no
about their
intention to
defenses.
escalate.
Smoogie, if you do have to escalate, make sure you make some kind of signal so we know. to
We have
come
the
in.
sending stone.
Good point.
Yeah. We can give one to, I don't know who has them exactly, but we
I,
should have two.
I have one. I'll
Okay.
give it to. Here, take this. And Vale will hear you.
On the way over, can I just keep an eye out and look around to see if there's any either automatons following us or
Give
yeah,
me
actually just robots.
Give me a perception check.
Let's-
Ooh, that's very good. 24.
24. Holy shit. Okay. So as you're making your way over, you're keeping an eye out. And just out of the corner of your eye, you barely see this. As you're turning a corner, you see a shadow move across the ground, pretty much right behind you. And what you clock this as is there is something that is keeping perfect pace with your group from the rooftops above.
Okay.
And as I imagine you notice that, and you try not to give away that you've noticed anything. And as you move a couple more paces and take a look back, you would notice two humanoid individuals in cloaks that are following in step on the rooftops.
As as we're just continuing to walk, I'm gonna wait until like whatever building we're next to like has not like a flat rooftop or something not too far up. I'm gonna send a message to Samugi. Just like put my face in my coat. Hey, we're being followed by at least 2 people. They're on the rooftop above. Keep a low profile. You can respond.
Review response. Shall I make for the Clockwork Consortium, or perhaps we should confront them?
Just letting you know, because you can climb walls real fast. I'll try to let everybody else know too. I'll just let everybody know that we're being followed.
Okay.
I just look back, really obviously.
You look back, you don't see anything.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything.
On the roofs, but thanks for making it obvious.
Making what obvious? Obvious that we're not being followed?
Alright, I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid.
Is it Sentinel's Veil?
I don't know. We can find out.
No.
I would like to
That's
Misty
fine.
step up to the rooftop.
Like right to where they're at?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
As you
jumps as
do-
soon as he does.
Okay. You both jump up to the rooftop. As you do, the 2 individuals you Misty step onto one. There's one on a rooftop, like 20 feet adjacent to you, and there's another that's now like 15 feet ahead of you right now. As you Misty step up to it, it's like completely cloaked, and it just kind of like hunches down, and you see it just kind of like faintly like trembling beneath the cloak.
I reach out and try to pull off the hood. We don't really appreciate being followed so much. You can at least say hi.
As you reach over and grab the hood to pull it back, you very obviously note that this is not a humanoid. You see a different kind of clockwork device. It looks like a kind of ashen white carved wooden, almost like rodent skull that's the size of like a human head, but it's got this long tube coming down that's almost like a gas mask that connects to the actual face itself. This thing is completely cloaked. As you do that, you almost hear this like alarm buzzing sound as it is going to take some attacks on you.
Shit.
Ah, shit. Sadara, help.
I will when I get up there.
You also see that around its... Well, I'll tell you what happens. So, it is going to take a flurry on you.
Yeah.
AC 14.
Good to know. Okay, it on one of its attacks, it does roll a natural... Ooh, it rolls 2 natural ones.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Could have gone either way.
So what happens when it rolls these natural ones against you? These are blade attacks it's attempting to hit you with.
I think Vale is just flailing backward. She's caught off guard. She thought this was gonna be like a little child or something. So she's just frantically, like instinct, taking over, backpedaling.
Okay. Very good. So, of the 5 attacks it made on you, 3 of them hit, and it rolled 2 natural.
Excuse me.
Crazy.
Okay.
The first one is 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
The second is 9 points of slashing damage. And as the last attack hits you, it's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So, as part of that, you watch as it just lashes out two sets of arms, or like one arm here that attempts to disconnect, and you watch as it does, something gets stuck, and it can't unlatch 2 of its arms, so it just sits there, and it even takes its other hand and like slams its arm, but there's something in the latching mechanism that's not working right now. With that, there's like this gyroscopic whirring sound as the head snaps back at you. The other arm latches out and splits into like 2 blade-like scorpion tails, and it just kind of like walks at you with this like automatic posture, while its 2 arms on its left side just slash across your chest. And then with that, it reaches out its leg and just kicks you in the chest. You take a hearty amount of damage, and as the same part of that movement, this creature takes a bonus action to dash and jumps off the building, lands on the side of another, and just starts clambering on the side of it like a spider out of view, as the other one also vanishes.
As soon as you yelled for help, I would grab my holy symbol, start speaking in Abyssal, and Misty Step, but a much cooler way,
Cooler. Yeah.
to right next to where you are.
I would say all of you would have 1 round to attempt to pursue these things, if that's something you want to do. And spellcasters would still have line of sight on them.
I just.
My bonus action Misty Step. Yeah, that's all I can really do. If I do anything else, it'd be an attack.
I'd say, Sundara, you would watch as one of those creatures jumps down into the alleyway you're in, kind of behind you. It uses its blades to like slow the fall on the side of the building, and then pops off. And the way it moves is it's like humanoid, but at some point it lands on the ground and does this perfect roll where it uses its appendages almost like some kind of cat or another, it moves very lively. Like it almost turns into a ball and does like 4 or 5 rotations on the ground until it like reforms itself and stands up, and then just snaps around and looks at you really quickly before it goes to dart down another alleyway.
I'm going to also Misty step up to Vale after hearing her call for help.
Okay. You Misty step up to Vale, and you just see the other one that's clambering on the side of a building right now.
They're robot things. I mean, if we're going to this robot place, Jesus Christ,
You don't
they're gonna
look
fuck us up.
You're very
I would tell you to hold still as I can cure wounds on you. I'll do that 2nd level.
Hold on, should I just gulp a potion
Yeah.
instead of
Oh right,
selecting
yeah,
spell
right. I
slots?
forgot I had potion. Yeah. So I'll give you one of the potions. So it's 44 plus 4.
Okay.
It's 48.
That is the
Not bad.
new clockwork machine that they are building. They were very life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they moved way faster than the other ones.
Are you still looking pretty bad there, Vale?
Yeah.
I would also then just do a first level cure wounds on you.
Okay.
Runaway dice. Okay, there. One of the dice.
That was so scary, Vale. Maybe next time give us a countdown. We can Misty step up
13
together.
hit points.
Thank you. Yeah, I was worried they're listening to us, so I didn't want to be like, okay, go and give. I just wanted to surprise them. I thought it was smart until its arms turned into swords.
Maybe we need like some kind of hand signal for like action.
Good idea.
Maybe like
It
finger
was-
guns.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Give it one of those.
I'd say you got the jump on him, that's for sure.
I don't know if I would say that. That didn't look like the jump. I feel like the jump does not end with you being on the floor bloody, but I don't know.
Good point.
I mean, listen, we learned something, and so that was worth it, is what I'm gonna say.
Now we have robot ninjas following us.
And watching our ship, that is not really our ship, but is technically our ship.
What,
Oh,
I don't know, Sandara. I think you got to talk to the man. He's not.
Okay, I mean, I'll talk to them.
is he-
Yeah, I agree. I don't want you guys to die, so it's a reasonable request at this point.
Well, I don't think he's gonna kill us.
You were almost cut into tiny little pieces.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say that one was my fault.
Now I did have a question about these mailmen. Clock. If we got to that place where they're making them, could you slip in and slip your magic into them before your old boss gets his hands on them? And then we could have our own army.
Maybe. I mean, that is a good. It's very hard to control the ones that are already active because he's so powerful, but maybe if we find them while they're still in their components, I can try and rebuild it in some way, or I don't know. I'm making this up.
I don't know.
Although I don't know how to steal from this, consortium without seeing what it looks like.
Well, yeah, I think we should still. I think we should press onward.
Yeah. I
Continue
think we
with our
make this.
first plan.
I think we make this a simple, like just scope it out, and then we figure out what we do from there.
Okay, I think that's a great.
so we need to know what we're up against, so going to this factory wouldn't be at all a bad idea.
Well, we're not going in. Smokey's going in.
Going in, I'm looking for a job, just getting back into the job market again. It's been a while.
Aren't you a little old for a job?
You're never too
That,
old for a
my
job.
friend, is age discrimination. Is not taken kindly, especially in the gnome world, as we tend to be on the elderly side. So
Yeah, how old are you, Varric?
Me?
Yes,
Guess.
30. I don't know.
Well, I had a wife. Apparently, I've got 2 children.
Yeah, that's a mid 35-year-old Goliath.
I'll take it.
Wait, how old are you?
Older than that.
60.
Whoa.
You look good for
I
an
don't
old
know
man.
how long Goliath lived. You guys' years are weird.
Our years are normal, your years are weird.
We actually don't use years, so that's they're not weird.
I'm I'm right up against 40. Almost.
What's that?
Pretty close. I'm 39.
Okay, so she was pretty close, I would say.
Yeah,
Respectable
I
guess.
said she was close.
Nailed it.
Till she threw 60 out there.
I don't know how Goliaths work.
I barely know how Goliaths work.
Okay, so we will send somebody in. Should somebody follow just in case? Invisible. I can make someone invisible.
If
Oh,
all
I've-
goes,
I can
I've
make
always
anything
wanted to be
goes-
invisible.
if anything goes fuck up, I do have stuff to possibly slow down our pursuers, just as a fallback.
Is it loud?
No, not at all, actually.
Okay.
Will
It's
you
as
make me
quiet as the
invisible,
earth.
Please.
Yes, I will make you invisible, Varric. Just don't bump into anything.
You go ahead. Smoogie, I'll be right behind you.
This is gonna go fantastically. Alright, shall we?
All right. So as you make your way to the industrial district, you ask a couple questions here or there. Shortly thereafter, you are led to the Clockwork Consortium. You do see a large, set of what looks like 3 factory buildings behind a kind of brass clockwork building that's got all these pistons moving. There's steam coming out of places. And as you kind of look inside, there's almost like brass casing with glass in many, so you can look inside the actual building. It looks very modern. And you do see a couple individuals that look like they're all gnomes, by the way, and they're just having what look like a little bit of coffee, just sitting there talking shop.
Eating fucking candy corns.
Alright,
Movie
Clock.
begins to
I'm ready.
approach. Oh no, you're not ready yet. Okay, go.
Oh, I will cast invisibility on Varric.
Varric, don't punch things until they really need to be punched.
I give a thumbs up.
I can send somebody with Varric.
I can't see.
What?
Well,
You don't trust me?
I think it'll be interesting.
I
By
was
yourself.
Let's just send him alone. I will save my points.
Oh, okay. Here's what I can do to contribute to this. It's not much. I will before you get turned invisible, preferably.
Too late.
Um,
Already invisible.
I pull the fur, a small pelt, a very small like squirrel's fur out, and kind of tie it to your shoulder, and I will cast Bear's Endurance on you, and that lasts for an hour. You have 2d6 temporary hit points.
Is that
Just
on
in
me
case.
or Varric?
On Varric. If he's going with you, then make sure the tank has extra hit points.
Well, I can't see Varric anymore, so Samugi, I guess you've got this. I'm gonna inspire Bardic inspire you. That's going to be my inspiration from now on. It's just you got this.
With his shaky words.
I feel that in my soul.
It would be okay.
It's not in the words, it's in the magic. Alright, so that's a D8. It explodes. I'm gonna say it every time because one day it will
Awesome.
explode.
Yep.
Samugi, while you are in there, do you remember the engineer that we saw? The elf with the green cloak and
Yes.
similar markings? Could you just keep an eye out for that person, and if you see them, maybe find their name?
Hope I don't run into her, but if I do, I shall let you know.
Thank you. Good luck. Don't die.
So he just kind of looks like a thumbs up back to the group and
Yell if you need
walks.
us.
All right, Varric, are you there?
I just give her a little tap on the shoulder. Give him a tap on the shoulder.
Stealthy. Okay. And
So,
Smoogie
for those of
perceives.
us who aren't going in, would you guys want to stay like tucked away, like hidden from the door? Is there anywhere like a bush or anything to
Bush.
hide within like 60
Singular
feet of
bush.
the entry point that they're going into?
Not really. You guys are at like the buildings across the street.
Okay.
Over, and definitely as you look, there's clockwork sentinels stationed at the front of this building.
I didn't think about
All right.
that.
Well, just try to be inconspicuous, I guess. Kind of hang
Back
out.
away. She's gonna back away.
I'll hide for a little bit and then get out of the main alley street part and turn into like a tall, thin, elven, noble looking man, somewhat fancy clothes on. I'm gonna go sit out on a bench or something and watch. Might as well get some eyes on it.
Okay. So with that, Smoogie and Varric, you approach the building. You move past the sentinels and into the entrance. Okay. As you do, you watch as the two gnomes up front kind of turn your way and just go, "Hey, can I help you there, old timer?"
Yes, I was actually looking to apply for a job.
Oh, a job. Okay. Well, it's and you see he speaks in Gnomish. He just goes, "Good to see a fellow Gnomish person coming in. I presume you are skilled in the art of tinkering."
I am, ever since I was a young little stump of a gnome.
Yep. We all remember being gnome stumps and tinkering away into the odd hours of the night. So, yep, sure thing. Can I get you a little espresso or something?
Oh, how about a cup of tea? That sounds great.
We'll put some sugar in it. And you watch as he hands you an espresso with like a couple cubes of sugar thrown in there.
He sucks the tiny cup and just kind of smells it and takes a sip and goes, and then just kind of politely keeps sipping.
Yeah. He's like, "It's good stuff. That we call it motor oil. It helps on a night shift." Anyways, you are in luck. We are at a bit of a staffing shortage. So a couple screening questions here. Do you have proof of residence?
I don't on me at the moment,
Sure,
but I could provide you one.
Sure, we can circle back, but I assume you live in town.
Yes, I do.
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, there's a bit of a gnome shortage these days. Ever since we started pumping out these clockwork soldiers, it'll be good to have an extra set of hands. We definitely need some relief. Any issues with working nights?
Not at all. Nope.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, that's what we like to hear here. Yeah, I got to be honest with you. This side of New Callum, you'd really just be doing yourself a disservice if you worked anywhere else other than here. So we'll hear a little bit about you, but first, from our standpoint, we offer benefits here. So you get a little housing stipend of 500 gold, whether you're moving in from out of town or if you already have a place. We don't discriminate. After that, we've got a contract with some healers, so if anything goes down while you're on the job, we'll make sure someone takes care of it. Full coverage. A cent doesn't come out of your own. We also do a 20% matching of retirement bonuses. So for everything you make here, we put a little bit aside. You don't want to be doing this when you're like 150, right?
Would hate that.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, do you have any questions for us, or?
I think that answers a lot of my questions. But call me an old timer. But I would love to take a look around. I don't want to take a job sight unseen. So maybe you could give me a little tour of the
For sure.
factory.
We can absolutely do that, but first we're going to have to do a little bit of what we call an aptitude test, okay? So, should be no trouble for you at all. I'm just going to take this, and he takes like a little clock and like winds it up, and he just like puts a bunch of like clockwork scrap in front of you, and just goes, and he hits it and just goes, go ahead and tinker something.
Smoogie just takes a deep breath and gets away to tinkering. He just lets his muscles do the work, doesn't want to overthink it.
Okay, go ahead and make a tinkering check.
What is my tinkering bonus? Is it just
It's,
called tinkering?
it's intelligence plus double your proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 23.
Okay. What are you making right now?
Samugi will make. I mean, are they expecting something like super simple, basically?
Given the amount of time you have, which is the clock is set to 60 seconds, you get the sense it's going to be pretty simple.
Samugi, I don't know. Samugi makes a pen that also doubles as a projectile launcher.
Oh, that's awesome.
Little rubber band.
It's a
gun.
zip gun?
Yeah, you make like a little zip gun pen.
It's fucking epic.
And with that, you just hear one of them goes, okay, that's time. What do we got here? Some kind of little zip gun pen action? Mind if I just take a look at this? It's like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. Hey, Shock Badger, I need you to come take a look at this. All right, you see this little nut here? Yeah, you just can't teach that. Yeah. So this here, you don't actually need this, but it's a redundancy so that if the above one suffers too much wear and tear, you see how this slips in right there? Yeah, that adds what? Another like 10 use years on this thing? Wow. All right. I've seen enough. Have you? All right. Well, I'm Mac, and this is my cousin Shock Badger. We are the day floor bosses, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a tour then. I couldn't help but notice your accent. Are you from the Hangul dynasty?
Yeah, very keen of you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I was a yellow belt in Taekwondo, so I know a little bit about that sort of thing. No big deal. Anyways, right back this way.
I won't give you too hard of a time then.
So he leads you in the back, and you see essentially like an assembly line just pumping out clockwork sentinels. You only see the ones that you've previously seen. Nothing new or special that you're noticing. Go ahead and give me another tinkering check just to see how much of this you take in.
Ooh. 25.
Okay. Yeah, so you definitely notice that like this is just an assembly line for clockwork sentinels. You get the sense that at this rate they're probably pumping out about 20 of these a day.
Wow.
And it's a pretty intensive process. So this factory literally runs 24/7. You can tell that the greater there's like this large combine in the middle, or sorry, like a turbine in the middle that appears to be generating this or charging this inert fluid into whatever powers these things. And you can tell there's essentially like a large coal engine that is powering the turbine to then essentially like charge a battery pack into these Clockwork Soldiers. With that check, you get the sense if something were to go wrong with that turbine, that could be pretty disastrous for the efficiency of this factory. So with that, you go, well, you hear Mac just go, so this is pretty much our shop. As you can see, this is our powering turbine in the center, which basically charges the kind of biofluid that they use to power themselves. I don't really exactly know the details of how all this stuff's work. They kind of keep us in the dark. Basically, we just get a certain set of instructions. We don't know how these things are assembled, but they come to us sort of pre-assembled, and we just kind of take care of the last bits and pieces of it. Base pay is 10 gold an hour, but there's room for upward mobility. We do 12-hour shifts. We do pay time and a half for overtime, which, if I'm being totally honest, has been happening a lot lately because, as I said, we are hopelessly understaffed right now. We get 2 10-minute pee breaks, 1 15-minute eat break. We also have a wellness champion as well, where every once in a while, if you need someone to talk to outside of work hours, you can go have a chat with them. Other than that, we here really emphasize work-life balance. So, work as hard as you can and then play as hard as you can. A lot of us are friends outside of work. We go ahead and get drinks and that sort of thing, and it's a good time. So we're really trying to build a culture here of, positivity and things like that. And I can already tell, Samugi, you're going to be a great fit. So, work hard, don't be pleasant to work with, and, we won't have any problems. So I've got some paperwork for you to sign, and we could start you as soon as tonight if you're keen on a 9 o'clock shift.
Why am I writing this down like this is an actual job interview?
I would be happy to sit down and do that paperwork, but I didn't bring all my documents with me, so why don't I, run home, since I live really close by and all, and I'll just grab all my stuff and
go home, grab all your stuff, bring it on back,
Yeah.
and have all that ready before your 9 o'clock shift. We can just get that banged out and get you started early.
out the 9 o'clock shift. I won't be able to take that on tonight, but I just want you guys to manage your expectations. But definitely tomorrow night.
What are we thinking about start time then?
Like I said, I'm available for nights. Just might be a little soon tonight. I had some plans, so I'm flexible.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, I can jot down my availability for you, and you can take a look and let me know what works for you.
Should I put you down on the schedule for tomorrow, or do you want to hold off for now?
I'll be back in 10 minutes with the documentation, and then we'll talk schedule.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to work some things out here. Had one of my guys call in. He got gnome diarrhea, so
Poor guy.
Erm.
All right. Well, I look forward to being back in touch with you. I will scurry home and see you soon.
One last thing here is a sending stone. You can go ahead and take that now. That is going to connect you to whichever boss is on currently. So that goes to Myrock right now. And the second the sun goes down, that'll take you right to the night team boss. So if you have any issues, or if you have some kind of emergency and need someone to cover a shift, you go ahead and give that a ring.
We'll do. Tomorrow night, possibly. It's
All
moving.
right. Starts walking away. All right, good deal. I like that guy. Yep. Good stuff. And so you leave the factory.
Did you take your zip gun with you?
Was all
Wait, did
that
what?
gnomish?
Did you take your zip gun with you?
Did I?
No, you
Actually,
left
they
it.
took it. Yeah, they took it. I'll make another one.
Varric, yes, all that was in Gnomish. As soon as they started speaking in Gnomish, they never stopped.
Okay.
Wait, do you speak Gnomish, Varric?
Actually, I think I do. Because when my
I
parents,
would be so impressed. What a Renaissance man.
when my parents were gnomes.
Oh.
Yeah,
And,
I think you do.
yeah.
Well, so you guys found the right person.
So you did pick up all of that actually.
Oh, very cool.
And I would say, Varric, from your standpoint, actually, this is a pretty sweet gig. Looks like the hours might be a little long, but compared to what like your parents made as jewelers and Briggs, like this is pretty nice. So Samugi, you make it back to the rest of your crew. They're looking at you expectantly.
Oh,
So
God
it turns
forbid.
out it's actually a pretty good gig. The benefits package is really, you don't see stuff like that nowadays. However, more relevant to our purposes, there is a giant turbine engine in the middle of their factory assembly area that looks like it's cruising for a bruising potentially. Because if it does, then we could slow down their production, and they wouldn't. I guess I didn't see any of the new prototypes, did I? I only saw the old Sentinels.
You didn't see any of the new ones, no.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about that, but at the very least, we could kind of throw a wrench at them. Their production.
You can take a job.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't thinking about it. However, they also get the bodies pre-assembled, and I'm assuming from someone who can, cast magic on them or what have you, or, and then they will do the basic assembly themselves here.
This turbine, would it be something you'd know how to disable, or obviously we know Varric's method is very effective, but a more subtle.
I was gonna go with the stack method. I would say that a fireball would be pretty effective in this case, I think. But
Yes.
if you were looking for something a little more covert, it's some pretty high leveled stuff. I'm not totally sure if I have that knowledge.
Okay.
I'd say with the tinkering check that you got, Samugi, this turbine is going to be pretty, just by how the size of it, it would be pretty hardy and resistant. You do know that this thing essentially is powered by electricity, and one thought that crosses your mind is
Overcharging it?
yeah, you can always get too much of something if you could find a way to do that.
Okay, you said it was powered by. Earlier, you said it was powered by a charcoal engine.
Yeah, there's
Is
a
that what you
coal
said?
engine that essentially creates goes into like an electric generator that then powers the turbine.
Okay. Here's a thought. We could overcharge the coal engine, causing the turbine to overpower, and
Blow up the whole factory.
I don't know about that. Maybe,
Don't think
possibly.
Sorry,
I
just
don't know.
whisper.
No, I agree, Alara. I'd love to blow up this whole factory, but based on what Samugi is saying, it sounds like these gnomes are relatively nice people, and this way they won't lose their jobs, and we could at least impair production of these Clockwork Sentinels for some time.
Not to be blindly hateful, but my sisters were also very peaceful, and
That is very true.
unfortunately, bad things happen to good people more
But we are
often.
not going to be the bad. We are not going to be the bad people that are making the bad things happen. Sorry for your sisters.
Oh, it's okay. I'm still dealing with trying to keep my emotions in check. Is all.
How do I get visible? Am I next to a building?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're like
I'm just gonna start punching a wall. I can't see my own hands.
I can.
As
Okay.
you
Okay.
do, you reapparate.
How do I get visible?
Could just
Al-
ask next time.
I thought,
As this is happening, you see two gnomes just kind of walk past you, Varric. And as they do, you watch as they're like very labor worn, like kind of covered in oil and stuff like that. It looks like they're headed to a local bar. As they walk past you, one of them just kind of turns to the other one and just says, in Gnomish, "Sheesh, look at the size of this one," and just keeps going.
I'm normal Goliath size in Gnomish.
They start walking much faster.
So,
You see them just, like enter what looks like a little gnome bar on the other side of the building.
I mean, when should we try to do our terrorist activities?
Well, I think we should try to figure out where they're making the newfangled constructs. If Samugi, you know, if you want to moonlight for a little bit, maybe work a day or two, you could, or just a day, hopefully.
Make you figure out where they're getting sent from.
And also, if we destroy their turbine, maybe they will tell Samugi to start working at the other factory or something, because there's no use staying at this factory.
It's not a bad idea. Look.
All right. Well, I have to go home and grab my documents. We do have an apartment nearby, so I actually was not lying about that. Right? We do?
Yeah.
I
True.
think strangely
Okay.
you're the only one whose real name is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
name's actually on the lease.
I'm legit, guys. Okay, so Samugi goes down over to the apartment on the wrong side of the train tracks.
Time for you to write up a new character. You're
Gathers.
now working
know.
a 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's right.
9 to 9, actually.
That's my
12-hour
life now.
shifts.
Oh yeah.
But making some
Nice.
money. None of us are making money.
Good
Yeah,
money,
you can get all
benefits.
that paperwork settled. Are you just gonna? Do you want to? Were you gonna start tonight and work an overnight, or what were you doing?
I mean, do we have any other plans? Anything
We got-
pressing?
We gotta go
Because if
see.
not,
You know me, I need my old lady nap, so I'm good. I don't
We
have
gotta
anything
go
else.
go see the Undertavern tonight.
Yeah.
okay, then I'll start tomorrow. I'll let him down easy.
You can just.
Okay. They go, "Oh man, it's a shame. For a second when you came in, I just thought it was Kismet, because I thought we were gonna have to not call in backup, but it's no problem. We'll call in our backup squad." So, all right, well, Shock Badger, we ought to let Fletcher know that he's gonna be coming in. Yeah, his wife will be real bummed out, but you know,
God.
it is.
Wow.
So you get all your paperwork set. They do put you on the schedule for tomorrow night, if that's what you wanted.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then the rest of your group, you're now making your way towards your under tavern contact. I think at this point, that's actually where we will call this session, and we will continue with what happens with the under tavern next session.
All right. Well, that was
Alright.
that honestly was a lot of fun. Like, I know we didn't get into a lot of combat, but we put in
Yeah,
some
you
work.
didn't do any combat, but one of your party members signed it. You know, they got on a W-2. So
Yeah.
I'm moving on up in the world.
We're making real
Oh.
Got
plays.
an
Working
apartment,
an
got a
actual
job.
job.
Very
Yeah.
scared some gnomes. Like, you know, it's good fun. Oh,
It's an interesting way to go about what we're
Okay.
doing.
it was
Yeah.
funny. My group out here, we played yesterday.